evening, it's Rian Kutsia, Fortis Proactive Defense Solutions, and tonight I'm speaking to Tommy Rutkowski. Tommy is currently a first-year student on the loan operator course here in Pretoria. Tommy, good evening and welcome.
Good evening, Rian. It's a pleasure to be sharing the screen with you.
Yeah, thank you for your willingness to share a little bit of your journey with us.
No, of course.
What I'm interested in is your journey up to the point of reaching the loan operator course.
Okay.
How did you get to that point? What happened? How long have you been involved with firearms? Are you somebody who's been into firearms your whole life? Or did something happen along the way that sort of made you rethink and start looking out for some of this? Can you tell us a little bit about your journey?
Okay, so I've pretty much been around firearms my entire life. My granddad was a military man in Poland, where I'm originally from, and my dad also worked security at the airport. He was maintenance and security director for AXA, and so we've always had guns in the house and everything. And I always hunted with my dad and with my grandfather, and but I never owned my own firearms. Around 2018, I decided it was time to buy my own hunting rifle. And then while I was at the gun shop, I said, South Africa is getting more and more dangerous. And I decided to buy a pistol as well. So, have both options, have something for fun and have something for self-defense. And I must say, I was very apprehensive. I've always been very comfortable around rifles. Because I was around them for so much longer. But a pistol, I must say, I was very, very scared of it. And I think I carried a pistol with no ammunition in it at all for around 2 or 3 months. And then I only started carrying with live rounds in it, but never one up. I was always so scared to carry one up. And it was only about a year in that I only started to carry one up. But I had no official training. Then COVID happened, and I had a lot of time on my hands. And you're looking for things to do. And I found some online courses. I found something by one of an ex-Navy SEAL, and I did the course. It took me about a month, and I never got much out of it. It's all fantastic to do these things in theory, but it's the application and the experience in the field that makes you feel confident in the knowledge that you actually are attaining from the texts and from the theory. What made me look for loan operator, and I did some local courses after COVID as well through some of the shooting ranges in my area, and I went for a day, shot out 800 rounds, and basically got nothing from it, if I had to compare it to loan operator. I'm in the food industry. We do all of our own distribution. So I deliver to all sorts of places in the country, often into industrial areas and areas that aren't necessarily so safe. I'm out on the open road very often, going through, townships and all sorts of things, where I've seen burning tires and protests and things. But what really set me off, that all the knowledge I had about self-defense was absolutely useless, was when I was delivering in Durban. We supply Bidfoods, and in Bidfoods is in Cornubia, where they had some of the biggest protests. And I remember pulling up in my van loaded with 1.5 tons of stock of sauce, and seeing this crowd of, I don't want to over exaggerate, but it could have been in the hundreds, if not thousands of people, burning tires, burning cars. My car got stoned. I had, I don't know if it's the correct term, but like Molotov cocktails basically thrown onto my car. So my car was on fire. Windscreen was absolutely smashed up. I had my pistol on me, and I completely panicked. I had no idea what to do. I just jammed the car into reverse and started reversing, ramped up onto a pavement, damaged the mag wheels, screwed up the car, but managed to get it around and managed to literally run away from the situation. And then I started looking for courses to do. I started going to the range a lot more often on my own and just shooting at targets, trying to improve my shooting. I slowly started upgrading my pistol from things that I read in Magnum magazine and some of the overseas magazines, ended up putting on a red dot. And then I heard from the guys that were milling my slide for my red dot, I heard about this fantastic course called Lone Operator. And I struggled to find a space for a year. It was completely booked up all the time. So literally, I got onto the mailing list, and the second it opened up, I think it was in August, September 2024, I immediately paid. I signed up. I think I was the first one on the list, and I couldn't wait for January to come. And I remember that first day on the fundamentals shoot where, you know, they tested our fitness and all of that stuff, and then tested our shooting ability. On that first fundamental shoot, of all the courses that I did and all the training that I had done on my own, I got more from that one day than I did out of all the training that I had done in my life, basically. It's the feedback, it's the knowledge of the instructors. They give you personal attention. They look at what you're doing. They have been through the course themselves, so they are absolutely skilled. When I've done other courses, the guys have maybe done the theory as well, but you get no feedback and you just waste ammo. I loved the fact that the guys are all level 3 and higher, and the fact that they literally look at your target and tell you, this is what you are doing wrong. You get immediate feedback and you can immediately start working on it and improving. And from my grouping size in that one day, halved, just in one day of fundamentals with you guys. So I was completely blown away. I absolutely love it. Yeah.
And I mean, you guys are now more than halfway through your first year.
Yes.
How have you experienced this journey so far in terms of the camaraderie, in terms of personal growth, very specifically? What does it mean to you on a personal level? Fitness, your way of thinking about personal safety and self-defense and those kind of stuff. What do you feel you've gotten out of it in those respects?
So when I hear from my family and my friends and other people, they say I'm paranoid and like I'm preparing for the apocalypse. But when I come to a lone operator day, I feel like I'm with like-minded friends, comrades, people that I would go to basically to battle with. I've made such good friends. We have the Lone Operator WhatsApp group, and then we've even started our own little general chat group, and we share feedback amongst each other. So I made some fantastic friends. Before I even started the Lone Operator, I felt like I needed to get fitter. I'm quite a competitive person, and I'm very hard on myself. And I started training in the gym quite a bit to be ready for Lone Operator for the first modules. Unfortunately, around the second or third modules, my tick bite fever flared up again. So my gym training took a bit of a knock. But overall, it's motivated me to perform, and it's affected my life in all aspects. I feel like I lived in a lull, a sense of false security, when they describe the things like the OODA loop and general awareness. I'm not saying that I'm some Rambo that's ready to go to war or anything like that.
Of course, yeah.
But I'm completely alert. I walk around now in condition yellow and condition orange all the time, assessing things. I've taught some of the basics to my wife, and she's escaped what could have been a life-threatening situation, and even though she doesn't carry a gun, just because I taught her, from what I learned from you guys, how to be alert, how to identify possible threats. I think it's just totally changed my outlook on the world out there and how dangerous it actually is, and how to avoid all of these dangerous situations.
I get that. I've been living with the OODA loop and the Cooper color code for decades.
Yeah.
And I still get this from people who know me well, who think Rihanna is maybe a little paranoid because they don't understand the difference between paranoia, which is a mental problem, and that level of calm, preparedness, and awareness.
Yes.
And once you grasp that and how easy it is to incorporate that, it's a real eye-opener. It really is.
Yeah. It's definitely,
I still get frowns when I meet somebody in like a coffee shop or a restaurant or someplace, and one of the first things I do is say, "Listen, can we move to that table, please?
Yes.
Or would you mind swapping seats with me? I want to sit in that chair." And I do that. I do that, because it's necessary. So anyway, Tommy, that I don't know what you were so worried about. You're a natural to doing these videos. So I think that went very well. Thank you for that. Ladies and gentlemen, Tommy Rutkowski, first year student of the loan operator course. Tommy, all the best for the rest of the year.
Thank you.
And hopefully we see you back. Hopefully we see you back for year 2 and year 3 and year 4 and so on.
Most definitely.
Great stuff. And then for the viewers, guys, you know the story. Like the video, please. If you don't mind, subscribe to the channel. Help us grow it. It really helps the algorithm if you subscribe to the channel in terms of visibility. And then that little bell icon, click on it so you can get notifications for our future videos. And if you are interested in learning more about the loan operator courses, there's a whole bouquet of different courses. There's a link in the description below this video. Click on it, go check it out, and hopefully we see you on a range one of these days. Tommy, thank you so much. We will talk again.
Can I add one more thing?
Absolutely, go for it.
Join Loan Operator. It will genuinely change your life, boost your confidence, and you're going to make amazing friends. You're going to have so much fun learning, and it's just a life-changing experience. And I know I'm going to be a part of it as there's more levels get developed, because it's a constantly evolving course. I'm going to be on all of them. I absolutely love it. I love you guys, and the knowledge that you guys have is unmatched, absolutely unmatched on the market.
That's absolutely mutual. Tommy, thank you so much.
Thank you,
Much appreciated.
Thank you for the interview. Have a great evening.
You too.
Bye-bye.